Welcome to the Path Monk Presents podcast. My name is Sean Donnelly Lewis, and I'm really excited about our guest today. I'm talking with Kingsley Kwalar, and he is the founder at Optimiz Claims. Kingsley, how you doing?
Very well. Thank you very much, Sean, for having me.
Yeah, Optimiz Claims. What do you guys do?
So at Optimus, we provide a multi-sided platform that connects cargo owners and the insurance companies to shipping lines with the goal of fostering predictive claims resolution. So basically, we are a claims management platform.
Okay. So just thinking about who would be some of your clients, is it big companies, small companies, medium-sized companies?
Uh,
What does clientele look like?
so we are targeting currently the small to medium-sized companies because these are the companies that acutely feel the pains that we are trying to solve today.
Okay. And how have you guys been able to grow the business and acquire new clients? Has it been a lot of digital marketing, SEO, referrals? How does growth look?
It has been a combination of both, and it has not been easy. The reason I say it has not been easy is because we find ourselves in an industry where things have always been very personal. So before the pandemic, there would have been no way for me to speak to my customers online. I'd have to travel to wherever they are in the world to meet them and talk to them and try to get business from them. So with the pandemic, it has been possible for us to talk to some of them using Zoom. It's still a struggle to use digital marketing to get to some of them. But I think we are slowly understanding how they use the internet, and we are making some progress using digital marketing to attract our new customers.
Yeah, it seems like the pandemic has kind of made people think differently about business, especially in the industrial sector, right? Where it's a lot of who you know, rather than using the internet. But what role does your website play in acquiring new clients?
So we on our website we write articles. We write articles and share these articles with on our various social media platforms. So an example would be we'll write an article on our website, then the link will be posted either on Instagram or on Facebook and LinkedIn. And through these social media platforms, we try to push these articles to our customers who would then go onto our website and hopefully register, if you were a white paper, to collect the information and leave their emails with us.
Right now, what do you think it would be the major strength of the website? Would it be ability to convert customers or quality of leads that you get through the website, maybe the user experience? Which
I
one of
think
those
right
three?
right now it would be the leads. Right now would be the leads because the articles that we write on our website can only be interesting to particular sets of people, and these people will usually be the customers that we are seeking to attract.
Hmm. And so most of the time when I have people on the show, they can list why they like their website or what's really cool about it. But then on the other side, the room for improvement is a long list. If you were to just be critical for a second, where would you say that your website has the most room to grow?
Speaking, so the I suppose the area for growth will center around the various customer segments that we have. Because we're a multi-sided platform, we potential users would include cargo owners, insurance companies, and shipping lines. Now, when someone goes to our website, the first impression they get is that we are working on behalf of cargo owners, which is not exactly the reality. So I suppose we need to be able to tell our story or communicate in such a way that we are addressing the potential users of our platform and not appear to be buyers.
Right. So thinking, coming back to what you guys do, just for everyone listening, what would be the main competitive advantage for Optimus that you guys, what do you guys do differently? What would be the main competitive advantage you guys offer opposed to other people?
Where do I start? So our main competitors would be lawyers and recovery agents. So in the event of damage to cargo in transit, a cargo owner or the insurance company would first of all have to appoint a physical surveyor to inspect the container. We solve that problem by providing them with a mobile application that they can use to collect this evidence by themselves. We provide this evidence is objective and is reliable for insurance companies and for shipping lines. So from that perspective, we really drive down the cost, but we also eliminate the opportunities for fraud because our solution is quite objective. Now, once the evidence has been collected, lawyers and recovery agents would typically step in to analyze the collected evidence and then form a claim against the liable third party, who in most cases is the shipping line. In our case, the collected evidence is then transformed into a claim, which can then be sent to any shipping line, particularly those that are on our platform. So rather than paying the lawyers or the recovery agents 15 to 30% in success fee, which is the case today, a user would be able to use our services for 5%. And in the event where their claims are not successful, there is no fee associated to the use of our solution. Obviously, for the use of the evidence collection, there's a monthly subscription fee, but again, it is significantly cost effective than what is currently available on the market today.
Very cool. And thinking that we've kind of gotten a broad picture of how of Optimus, thinking a little bit more structurally and kind of going in a little bit more to get an exact picture. How are sales and marketing structured at the moment?
So we are only just building our sales and marketing team. So since incorporation till now, it has mostly been myself with a few freelancers. And the reason is because, one, we haven't raised money yet, but also I'd say the industry knowledge which we have mostly resides with me. And as such, I have to do the legwork to, identify the customers, get them onto a demo call, do the demo, and eventually sign them up. But obviously, that is not scalable. So recently, we raised a small amount of money, and that has now allowed us to be able to get some sales and marketing guys and girls onto the team. The next few weeks to months will be intensive training for them to understand our market, to understand our ICPs, and to really craft a message that will speak to them.
Very cool. And thinking every company is different, right? Every company in today's day and age is structured so different. I think once upon a time it was classic sales and marketing, and now you just have a lot of people that are really multi-skilled and wearing a lot of different hats. So it really, I'm really interested in to see how you guys go from collecting data, having a hot lead, if I could say it that way, somebody who's interested in what you do, from the very beginning until the end when you have a happy, satisfied customer. Can you just walk me through that journey, what it looks like internally for you guys?
I don't know if the journey for us is very clear-cut. But I'll give you an example. So there's this customer that we have been trying to get onto our books for a while now. They're a farm. They're an exporter that grows perishable goods. So the way we got about working with this customer is, first of all, they were our customers in the previous company which I started, which is called Still Fresh. So from there we understood very intimately what their challenges were. We understood the type of claims that they were getting, and we could clearly show how our services could help alleviate some of the challenges that they were facing in their business. But for some reason that wasn't even enough to get them to be a believer in our product. So we would send emails and make calls, and they would push back for financial reasons. They'll push back for they've got other things that they are currently tied up with and things like that. But more recently, they had an incident in Europe where 5 of their containers were all delayed in transit, and their IoT devices within their temperature recorders within those containers indicated that there was a significant fluctuation. So it was clear to me that those containers were going to arrive in damaged condition. So I quickly signed them up. I quickly created access to our platform for this customer, and I gave them access, and I asked them to ask their consignee or the receiver on the other side to collect the information which they require. And once they saw how seamless it was and how objective the collected information was, then at that point, they became a convert.
Very cool. And just switching gears here a little bit, I want to talk about you as a leader. What kind of content do you consume to educate yourself and grow as a person and as a professional?
I think more recently I've been looking a lot at books around marketing, but also attending master classes. And this is something which has not always been my style, because before becoming the founder of Optimus, marketing and sales as structured as it is today wasn't my forte. But increasingly, I realized that for us to be able to grow and make the sales that we hope to make, I have to become a salesperson, and particularly I have to become a more structured salesperson. So I'm currently taking part in Dan Martell's SaaS Founders masterclass, which is really drilling down some of the tips and tricks of that founders would use to bypass the stage where we are today.
All right, we are slowly coming to the end of the interview, but before we get finished, before we're done, I just want to throw you into our rapid fire section. So basically, I ask you questions and you answer them as quickly and as honestly as possible.
All right.
How's that sound? Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
All right. You said you read books. What was the last book you read?
The Hard Things About Hard Things. The Hard Thing About Hard Things.
Okay, gotcha. The Hard Thing About Hard Things. What's the single thing that your company is focused on at the moment the most?
Sales.
If there were no boundaries in technology, what would be the one thing you'd want to have fixed for your company today?
Prediction.
Going fast, faster than I can keep up. What's the last thing that kept you awake at night about your company?
The sales lead, which I wanted to employ, recently got a new offer, and so he turned us down.
If you were to start over, let's just say your professional journey, what would be the one piece of advice you give yourself?
Not to be too hard on myself. In time, everything falls into place.
All right, that was Kingsley from Optimiz.claims. Kingsley, in our show, we just give our guests the last word. So if you want to sum up everything that we talked about today, or you feel like there's something that we've forgotten, I just want to give you the floor. The last word is yours today.
Thank you very much, Sean. I think this what you're doing is a brilliant opportunity for guys like myself to talk a little bit about the work we are doing. I strongly believe that what we are doing holds the promise to change the cargo industry. We find ourselves in an industry where it is really slow to change, and we understand now that it is going to take a lot of time for us to get to where we need to get to. We believe that we're on the right track, and we're looking forward to changing the industry with our customers. So thank you for this opportunity, Sean.
No problem. Thanks for being on the show today.
Cheers.